Loving someone twice. I have been thinking about how love does not happen just once. I think when you truly love someone, you love them twice. The first time is when you meet them. You love them before life has touched them too deeply, before responsibility and loss and disappointment have had time to settle into their body. You love the way they look without any influence from you, the way they smile, the way they dress, the way they smell. You love how they move through the world. They show you the best version of themselves, and you fall in love with that willingly. You love how they speak, how they think, how they carry their confidence without knowing yet how fragile it might be. You want to spend all your time with them. You hang on every word they say. You notice everything. The way their eyes shine when they look at you, the shape of their lips, the subtle colors in their eyes that you swear change depending on the light. When you hold their hand, you feel the texture of it, the softness. You imagine where those hands have been, what they have built, what they have endured to become the person standing in front of you. That first love feels consuming, effortless, almost automatic. It happens to you, then time passes, life happens, and you love them a second time. This time, you know their faults. You know what they look like in the morning. You know their habits, the ones that are not wrong, but are not yours either. You see the ways they changed after certain moments in their life, moments that reshaped them quietly. They are no longer exactly the person you first fell in love with. Maybe the job is gone. Maybe the confidence is thinner. Maybe the way they dress has changed. Maybe the future they once imagined for themselves no longer fits. You have seen them cry. You have seen their fear. You have seen them upset, frustrated, angry. You have seen the parts of them that were never part of the first version. And this time, loving them is not automatic. It is informed. This second love is not about discovery. It is about recognition. You are no longer loving who they present themselves as. You are loving who they are when life has interfered, when the Polish is gone, when certainty has been replaced by doubt. You are loving them without asking them to return to who they were. That is where love becomes real. Because at this point, you are not loving potential. You are loving reality. You are not loving the idea of who they might become. You are loving who they are right now, even if that version is quieter, more unsure, or still unfinished. This kind of love does not feel dramatic. It feels steady. It asks for acceptance without control, affection without expectation, commitment without trying to shape someone back into an earlier version of themselves. It is loving them not because they are perfect, but because they are real. And there is something deeply grounding about that. Because when someone is loved this way, they do not feel admired. They feel safe. They feel allowed to change without being abandoned, allowed to be imperfect without being corrected, allowed to exist without constantly proving their worth. I think many people only ever experience the first love, and when that fades, they assume love has ended. But sometimes, love does not disappear. Sometimes it asks to be chosen again. The second love is quieter, less visible, harder to explain, but it is the one that lasts. Not because nothing changes, but because change is no longer a reason to leave. Tonight, that thought feels enough to sit with.